Next on G4 Tech TV, the Screensavers, followed by X-Play at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and then it's Cheat.
So, Kevin, you got any twos?
Go fish. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, it's time to make some television. This is the Screensavers, and I'm Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Sarah Lane. Kevin Rose, unfortunately, is still not with us today because he's covering Macworld up in San Francisco for us.
Poor him. He gets to go enjoy the comms, and we're here working.
From one convention to the next. Really cool stuff. But Chilan is here. What are you up to today, Chilan?
We have so much show today. I am really, really excited. And the first thing we're going to start you off with today is a little thing I like to call, or they like to call, the snowboard.
Nice.
It's a new mode of transportation, and we're going to test it out to see what it actually does.
Now, that's snowboard with a T, right?
It's stowboard, not snowboard, stowboard.
Just to clarify.
And you know it's a hardcore skateboard when it comes in a box.
Nice.
So, that's going to be very, very exciting. Also today I have a little thing I like to call, that was my snowboard hitting the floor, the art corner. That's where I'm going to show you how you can make that iPod of yours look all pretty and stuff. So stick around for that. Plus, we're going to take your live calls. Don't forget to call us. The number is 800-839-7880. And you can email us, of course, through our web form at g4techtv.com/asktss. And you can also chat with us in our IRC chat room. Just point your browser to chat.g4techtv.com.
Nice. No excuse to not get a hold of us.
So many ways to get a hold of us.
Three really good, solid ways.
All right, thank you, Chilan. Now, if you're one of the millions that plays poker online, you're going to love today's show because we have Thomas Thunder Keller, one of the youngest winners ever in the World Series of Poker, and he's going to give us some tips.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could use some.
Really?
Because I've never won a poker hand ever.
Yeah, earlier, in fact, I have to share this. Earlier before the show, Sarah said, I love that game where you try to get 21.
No. You know, I am being misquoted.
You did you not say that?
But it wasn't blackjack. I know that
That's
one.
fine, but you asked what the game was where you get to 21.
Everybody snickered. You had your fun.
It was good times.
The first thing that Thunder said was, I think that's blackjack, Sarah, so maybe cool.
Yeah.
Gotta love
I
the
thought that
woman
was really
finish.
hysterical.
We're going to get some tips, though. So you're going to get your help, and I'll get mine. So it'll be great.
Yay, no, it's money. Plus, the internet, it's such a vast and wondrous tundra of information, don't you think?
A
Some
tundra.
of the things...
So sorry.
A barren tundra of information.
Yes.
Some of the things you just can't get anywhere else.
Right.
If there was no internet, you'd never know.
Exactly.
So I'm bringing you some of my favorite gems of the internet today.
Nice.
This is stuff you won't want to miss.
Okay.
It's crazy, it's kooky,
You've
and it
unearthed
deserves
some
our time.
goodness from that vast tundra that is the interweb of information.
Goodness is one way to put it.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we'll do that then. All right. And, oh yeah, this is very cool. I'm going to teach you how to strike a pose in Half-Life 2 and then fire projectile watermelons at it. Yeah, it's good times with Garry's mod. Plus, as promised on Friday's show, we'll be storming EverQuest 2 later on, so you'd better log on now. Here's the information.
Ooh, all right.
Sarah, get your friends. Call them up. Get the ladies in there.
They are so there.
Oh, good, good. We're on the Unrest server by the giant sword monument in Kinos, so show up, get your avatar. It's 15 minutes of fame, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get picked to be a live caller on today's show.
That's right. We're actually going to try to get one of you flash mobbers, one of the people that's participating, on the phone to see how it's actually going in there, if everybody's playing nice. So if you want to talk to us, go to the monument and message Messiah.
That's it.
M-E-S-I-A.
M-E-S-I-A. It's the Unrest server.
Not the Messiah from the Bible.
No, this one's a different one.
Altogether.
Yeah. Unrest server, giant sword statue. Go now, go.
Go.
All right. Last week's big stories came from pretty much CES. That was it. And Kevin Rose gave us all the daily updates. But today, we wanted to do a little CES post-mortem. That's what we're going to do.
Not a post-mortem.
No, not a post-mortem. A post-mortem, which means looking back, reflecting. And since Rose is on his way to Macworld, Adam Sessler from the second coolest show on the network has agreed to stop in and give us his thought. Dr. Sessler, thank you for joining us.
Hey.
I love G4TV.com as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
Those two girls are crazy.
Crazy girls.
Tell us, you got the PSP
Look at the
in your
PSP
hands,
here. And it's funny, it doesn't have a game in it, But that sort of illustrates my point, because one of the things I learned, because I went down there initially to hear about the PSP, is that it's more than just the gaming platform I really thought Sony was going to sell it as. It really does seem to have some good aspects. Yes, there's an MP3 player there, but there's also ways of looking at photographs and enjoying music on it that, and also enjoying home movies on it that I never really considered. And I think that brings the point that what I saw so much at CES, excuse me, not E3, is that there's a lot of convergence going on. But usually, convergence is something that we thought it was a bad thing. Like you have the VCR with the television.
Totally. And years ago, even at previous CES, as everyone was saying, convergence was going to happen. You're going to get TV on your cell phone. You're going to be able to look at, like somebody's photos when you're anywhere. They'll be beamed directly to your head. But do we think that it's going to happen this year based off that CES?
My phrase that I described it is that this CES is where ambition met maturity. So all these dreams of having a bunch of, good ideas. We now have the technology, and we've figured out how to make them interact in a good way so that we could probably see true conversions finally happening. And I think we're probably going to see it with the next round of consoles that we're expecting to come out this year and the next year. I mean, you both have Microsoft and you have Sony that both have, some technology like TiVo, like Web TV, that has a good reason to maybe show up in some of these units. So there's not just the games there. Of course, the flip side is that if they pay too much attention to those aspects and not about the games, they could end up giving us gamers a big headache and confusion, and so we'll go to Nintendo instead.
Very cool. Adam, thank you very much for the wrap-up. That was an excellent post-modem. All right.
Garry.
Yes. Be sure to catch Adam on X-Play. Again, the second best show on the network, Tuesday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. Dr. Cecily, he's the man.
You are the man. It's a rare treat to have Sessler over at the our lab.
It is.
Well, this is where I slept last night.
Yeah, we've got a memo about that, by the way. You need to knock it off.
I wasn't going to say that, but
that's how I
guess
pay my
it's
right.
common knowledge now. Yeah. All right. Now, at big conventions like CES, you get most of your information from official sources and press events, stuff like that. But there's always a fair share of rumors and speculation overheard around the floor and, of course, at those crazy after parties.
Yeah.
This year was no different. So keep in mind, these are just rumors, but they're worth passing along. All right, we know Xbox 2 was a no-show, very disappointing there, but it doesn't mean we didn't get some cool info about it anywhere. It's rumored, anyway. It's rumored that the system is going to use 720p for every game.
Yes, it's about time, too. I don't know why Microsoft didn't do this ages ago with their console. Like, at least, I guess maybe they couldn't. Maybe they didn't have the clout. But now that Xbox is established, they're established as a game maker, they can force game developers to support HDTV, which is what, high-def users, you want this. You want your games to support it because it's going to push, people buying HDTV. It's going to get those prices down. It's going to make it more mainstream.
But 720p isn't even our ceiling at this point, is
I know.
it?
We have 1080p, and a lot of people in Japan are already watching programs in 1080p.
That really
so I hope that they'll
chaps my
support it.
hide.
I can tell you're upset. You should write a tersely worded memo. You should write an angry letter.
I don't know.
to Bill Gates.
We're a pretty cool country. I just want to get the stuff Japan has.
That's true.
That's all I'm asking.
All right. More big alleged news to report. The PSP now. People were waiting for a release date. They were waiting for a price point. We think we got one. It was overheard in a bathroom stall. $150 at launch. Now, that is amazing.
That's nothing compared to the jeans I just bought.
What?
$150, that's like
Your
pennies.
jeans don't have Wi-Fi. They don't have memory stick capability.
It's disgusting.
You can put one in the pocket, but it won't play movies.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, 150. That's
huge.
fairly reasonable.
Yeah, considering, again, Adam was talking about that this is going to be the be-all, end-all of portable devices.
Sure.
It probably will, and for everything that it can do for the pictures, for the movies, for the Wi-Fi capabilities, and of course, the fact that it can play games, $150 is amazing. That will compete with the DS, and it could just, give Nintendo some trouble.
Let's just hope it's true.
Isn't that exactly the same price as the Nintendo DS? $150?
Yeah, pretty much. So, and considering everything it does, that's huge.
It's a whole multimedia system for $150. What are you going to buy?
Yeah, a pair of jeans, apparently.
But that costs a little bit more than that.
I'm taking them back. I have too much guilt on my hands. And finally, we heard that Samsung is going to release a 5-megapixel camera phone that's supposed to be available in late spring, which is super awesome, considering I just bought a 5-megapixel, well, my mom just bought it for me, 5-megapixel regular digital camera. I was going to say phone. That doesn't work. Digital camera, which is, it's amazing. It takes amazing pictures. Camera phone, like, what the heck?
We've been waiting, in fact, like North American cell phone users have been waiting for 1 megapixel. So the fact that we might get 5, let alone this year, that's huge.
Yeah, I love my camera phone, but the pictures are bad. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Well, you got to frame them.
No, they're bad.
Okay, gotcha.
All
right, at last, we're going to give G4 Tech TV's Labs choice. This is our own labs. This is their choice for the best of CES. And here it is. This was the coolest thing that they saw all year.
This is the top dog.
Yeah, this is it. This is the be-all, end-all of CES. It's the YSP-1 digital sound projector. It's one speaker that fits under your flat panel plasma TV, and it gives you full multi-channel surround sound.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So no more of those actual multi-speaker
Yeah, no need to
setups.
run wires everywhere and have speakers everywhere. And here's how it looks.
It's not going to look ugly and janky. It's just one speaker. It's exciting.
Yeah, and it's
really
based off
exciting.
it's based off 42 drivers. So basically, if you take off the grill and the website shows it, it's got 42 tiny little
like
speakers.
An octopus or something.
Yeah, there's some craziness going on there, but it allows it to project the sound and so that it'll bounce off walls in your room. And there's a pretty little picture of sound bouncing. If that's sound looks like laser beams, you know, there you go.
Hey, if it works like they're touting it, I want it.
Well, that's the thing. People are saying that it does, and there's a lot of companies that are trying to do the multi-channel surround out of one speaker technology, but apparently Yamaha's done it, and it's a bargain. It's only like $1,500. So considering that their technology apparently works, and it's cheap, one speaker under your plasma, done. Surround sound.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, that makes wireless 5-speaker surround sound thing. It's just like, that's
Clearly.
the dark ages at this point.
Clearly the best of show.
Clearly the best of show.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We got lots more to come. Later, you're going to find out how to turn the world of Half-Life 2 into your own personal playground with a little help from a brand new mod.
That's right. And when we come back, one of the youngest gold bracelet winners in the history of the World Series of Poker, Thomas Thunder Keller, will join us to share some of his poker secrets. That's all coming up when the Screensavers continues after the flaw. That EQ screen was not full enough. Get your friends. That flash mob's looking awesome. He's a professional poker player, ladies and gentlemen, and one of the youngest winners ever of the World Series of Poker. It's my pleasure to welcome to the show Thomas Thunder Keller.
Nice
Thomas,
to be
thank
here.
you for joining us.
Thanks.
You told me if I didn't yell thunder like that, you were going to hit me. So
Right,
I hope
right.
I'm
You
doing
did
a
good.
good job.
You did good.
First, tell me how you got your start. How did you get into this crazy poker thing? Because this is an overnight phenomenon, it seems, but it's been around forever.
Right. Yeah. No, it has been around for forever. A lot of people consider it, America's real, national pastime.
Right.
I got into it on Christmas break when I got back from Stanford. Everybody, all my friends at home they just seen Rounders, and Texas Hold'em is the big game in Rounders, and they had started their own home game, and they taught me how to play, and I was just instantly hooked. Started playing for quarters, and I started making $50-100 a night there. So when you're playing that low and you're making money, you think maybe I can do this bigger.
Sure, just scale it up, right?
Right, yeah. So I started playing online, still keeping it within reason, 3-6 and stuff like that. I started going to the casino playing like 3-6 and just kind of progressed from there.
So now the online thing is something that is still relatively new. A lot of people are doing it. I mean, are the sites a dime a dozen, or are there particular sites that people should be playing on?
I mean, there's definitely a bunch of great sites out there. My personal favorite is ultimatebet.com. Mm-hmm. It's just an awesome site, great customer service, super clean software. It's like the fastest shuffle out there. It's really great.
And is that the way to go? Because, I mean, some sites offer games, but you have to play them on the web page, and they're a little applet, and they're slow and clunky. Do you recommend sites where you actually download their own software?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you want to download the software. That way, even if your connection didn't work quite as fast, you'd still be in the hand. You wouldn't be like put all in or get disconnected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one of the fundamental differences between the online game and the in-person game is that, I can see you, you can see me, you'll see my giddy, blushing face when I get a good hand because I don't have a poker face. But online, there's none of that. You don't get to see who's around you. So does that create a problem? Does it make it harder to play online?
Well, it's not necessarily harder or easier. It's just really different. It's I equate it more to playing like a video game for money than really, playing serious poker. At the same time,
that's interesting. I'm sorry to interrupt, but with any video game, there's probably going to be someone cheating. So
right.
Is that a problem
that's
when it
true.
comes to online poker?
That's a major concern, definitely. And a lot of the major sites are really good about catching cheaters. And one of the biggest things with cheating is online is going to be collusion.
So that's people sharing information, saying, "Hey, I've got this kind of a hand. What do you have?"
Right. Yeah. I mean, either two people, playing on two different computers side by side, or text messaging each other what they have.
Right.
Yeah, and they can be in there doing a lot of stuff, running up pots. If one guy has a weak hand, the other guy has a big hand.
Wow. All right. Well, I played online. I don't think cheating was the problem. I think it's just I have no idea how to actually play, and that's why I lost all $5, which was, that's a weak paycheck.
That's not a big bankroll.
Well, I'm glad it's not for you, but I'm poor. All right. So can you play a hand and actually show us? Are there common hands? Are there tough hands that we should be on the lookout
There's a ton of different hands. Yeah, we can show you a hand.
All right. Let's do a little hand here. Thankfully, I'll go all in. Oh, so ace-queen. This sounds good right here, right away. I'm excited. Right?
I got 10 jack. So, yeah, we both started out with decent hands.
Okay.
And here, this is an interesting flop here. Because on this flop, I actually flop, 2 jacks.
You flopped a pair, and I have nothing.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You think that you have nothing, but you actually have what you could make potentially a huge hand here.
Really?
Yeah. You have the ace of diamonds here. So if another diamond came off on either the 4th or the 5th card, then you would end up with a nut flush. You'd have the best hand.
Okay.
So if you actually end up playing this hand really aggressively, even though I just have I have top pair, and right now I have you beat, I'm probably going to end up folding because there's so many bad cards that could come. I just have a pair. So. You could already have, if you had if this was the queen of diamonds, you'd have me drawn dead. There's, practically, there's really nothing I could catch.
There's too much to the numbers. Again, hurt my head. I'm not good with that. But any programs you recommend? Any websites? Anything for tutorials or for learning how to play poker?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, if you don't want to learn how to play the hard way, in the casinos, throwing your own money away. There's this great software, Poker Academy, and you can use this software. Yeah,
here it is
right here.
Yeah,
you can use this software. You can adjust the opponents. If you're having a problem with maniacs, you can make everybody betting crazy and everything. If you want to play heads up, you can play heads up. You can play tournament poker, no limit, limit hold'em.
Very cool. All right, it's Poker Academy. Thunder, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you don't mind me calling you Thunder.
No, not at all.
All right, there you have it. If you want to learn more about poker, get yourself a copy. Again, it's Poker Academy. Thank you for the information, Tom. We appreciate it. Log on to thunderkeller.com if you want to check out everything that he's up to. Now, still ahead, get ready for the next portable revolution in transportation, or at least that's what it says on the box, sort of. We're coming up next. We'll check out the Stowboard. It's the foldable skateboard. And we'll take Garry's mod for a spin. It puts the physics of Half-Life 2 at your command. It's all coming up when the Screensavers continue.
I love compact things. So when the Stowboard came in the mail, I was so excited because finally someone came out with an ultra portable skateboard. But when I wrote it, I found out it really wasn't meant to do much more than be stowed. Are you confused? Well, watch this. It's supposed to be a 5-step unfold process. Luckily, folding it up wasn't so hard. This is the Stowboard. It's supposed to be your answer to a portable transportation device. So we're going to test it out and see if it's actually worth your $100. To check this board out right, I got skateboarder Ben Snowden to show me some tricks. Or at least how to ride. We're going to do a board-by-board comparison. Come on, show me what you got. Okay, that didn't work so well.
Grab the board, right? Hold it up like this, and just go like that. All right, here we go. Oh, shoot.
Look, they have helmets.
It is against the law to not have helmets.
The Stowboard is supposed to be the new Razor scooter. Everyone's supposed to love it because it's, it's so portable and it's so easy to ride. So when you skateboard, do you have to make those noises? Vroom, 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 vroom.
Only when you're on a Stowboard.
While trying to ride, I'd noticed a couple of problems. The board has a large crevice.
Don't put your foot in there. You'll get stuck.
That's the number one. Don't put your foot in the crevices. Clearance isn't exactly hill-friendly.
It doesn't even fit. My board's all scratched up. I can't even turn around because my foot won't turn sideways.
Since riding isn't so easy, we find another alternative for the Stowboard.
Put your feet down.
Hands up, hands up! And now, the ultimate question. You got your board? I got the Stowboard. What have we learned about this $100 piece of equipment?
We learned a lot. It folds up really small. It's really fun to sit down on. It's a good place to keep a Stowboard stowed away in the box.
Perfect. When portable devices go bad. I think this product has shown us that being compact isn't always a good thing. Bam. But hey, they tried, right? The Stowboard isn't really meant for skaters or the like. So I'm not really sure who it's meant for. But, you know, there you have it. It's $99, and for more information, visit stowboard.com. Now here's Kevin and Sarah with one of the coolest mods I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Hopefully a little less dangerous.
Yeah,
too.
I don't think we'll see extreme snowboarding anytime soon. Like, nobody will be...
She's a brave woman, that Chilon.
Definitely. What a risk taker. Thank you, Chilon. We appreciate it. That's why we love you. All right, before we get to Gary's mod, which I'm really excited about, I want to show you. Let's check in. Let's see. I hope a mob has come. Are you all right? I'm all right. I'm good.
I'm just really excited.
All right, here we go. I wanted to do a big flash mob and see. I mean, flash mobs are when people just kind of converge. Okay. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's check in. EverQuest 2. Here we go. Hopefully they're going crazy and there's people actually there. Hey!
Now that's it. That's a legitimate party.
That's a good size mob. There's a guy on fire and a midget.
He just got on TV, some horses.
And some horses. This is like my 16th birthday party.
People might start to joust.
This is, you
Hard
never
to
know.
say.
You never know.
You never know.
Medieval times.
Who's the guy with wings?
Whoa!
Who's the guy with wings over on the right-hand side of the... This is fun.
Yeah, this is good times,
You know,
right?
we were a little worried. We might as well just be honest. We were a little worried that maybe no one would come to our party.
Well, before the show, we looked, and there was like 2 guys there, and they were away from the keyboard.
And isn't that just the worst feeling? Like, is anyone going to come?
Yeah. No, they showed up to our party.
Thanks,
there was punch and pie, and we made it happen. And you should stay there. In fact, we should get more people because later on in the show, if they're lucky, we'll get one of them on the phone and check in on them. Yeah, that's right. So we'll see. The party's still going over in Kinos. That's right. Yeah, it's good times. All right. Excited, yeah. Now, a few weeks ago, I showed you guys some simple console hacks that let you play around with the physics in Half-Life 2. Well, now, some guy named Garry, he's made a tiny mod that lets you do a whole lot more. It's called Gary's Mod. Yeah?
It's very...
Yeah. Hi, I'm Garry. This is my mod. It should be.
What has Garry done for us?
Here's what's cool. First of all, it's tiny. The mod is only like version 5, which just came out yesterday, is only 3 megs. The biggest thing is the ability to pose ragdolls here. So I posed all these people here, and it's really easy. You know, left mouse button click, and I can grab this guy from any point of articulation and bring him into the scene. And a right click, I can freeze him. So,
oh my God.
Well, it's he's. No,
that's just.
No, it's
how'd you get the people into Half-Life 2 in the first place?
Well, see, this is what's great with previous Gary's mods. You had to either go with what was there in the map, or you had to learn how to spawn things. But now, if you hold down Q, check that out. A whole list of good stuff. So we can spawn man 2 and woman and man 3, and boom, it drops all their lifeless bodies into there.
Oh, this is awesome.
And I can easily click on one and pose them, and now she's there. She's involved in this whole thing.
It's like if you feel like your life's sort of spinning out of control, this would be a good way to manipulate others for a little while.
Absolutely.
Just kind of feel like boss.
You know, and I'm not ashamed to admit it that I spent 15 minutes just doing this, launching people into walls with the gravity gun. It's good fun. It's a stress reliever, but that's not all.
And it says something about you.
It does. It says a lot about me. New to the version is the balloon shotgun, which is really cool. So we can like I can strap a really powerful balloon there on his forehead and a couple on the chairs.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, hold on. As long as you get him up here. So he's kind of hanging out there. We'll strap a couple more to his feet. No, I missed with that one, but we strap some balloons to him, and there he is. He's flying. I can shoot him in midair just for kicks. And then if I want, I can take the balloons away and watch him fall to his death.
Because, you know, I always felt like Half-Life 2 was lacking in comedy just a little.
Exactly.
So now it's fun for the whole family.
Right. And if that wasn't enough, Sarah, because I know your interest is totally piqued now.
Absolutely.
As soon as I find it, the thrust shotgun, this is great. Slap a canister onto like the back of like this boat here, and I used the crossbow, and you can weld people. Yes. If you're wondering, I can weld his head. I can even do a rope attachment and make sure he's hooked to that seat, so he's not going anywhere. So then I can come back here and shoot the canister, and off he goes. He's on a wild little ride. And I could hop in and drive it if I wanted to. Kind of cool.
Like Disneyland.
Yeah. There's even the final thing that I'll show you here, which is really kind of cool, the wheel shotgun. I can go and select, let me see, I can get some saw blades here.
Boy, Garry really put some work into this.
Gary has even less time than I with his personal life, so I don't know how he does this. And let me come on over here. Oh, I threw him off. Well, you can actually put...
I want to see this.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm working on it here. We can put some wheels on this.
Poor lady.
And the little lady welded into the tub starts moving. There's wheels there, and you can grab a pistol. And what fun is a bathtub scene without some blood? So we'll paint some blood all in there. We got I don't know what's going on there, but
this is like Psycho 2005.
It's good times. And then if that's not enough, shoot some watermelons at it. You know? Shoot a whole bunch of them everywhere. It's fun for the whole family. And if you're not, throw a cactus at her. How about a paint can? Some road cones? How about some babies? Let's throw some babies. I don't know, you make whatever scene you want. That's the fun of this thing. There's so much that you can do.
This just became the stuff nightmares are made of for me.
Exactly. And I thought it was live TV, but no, it's Gary's mod. In fact, other people are making cool images. Check this out. They're recreating real-life moments. So this was a thread I found on some Half-Life forum. Here are some soldiers raising the flag at Iwo Jima. That's the real photo, but now here's the Half-Life
famous image.
equivalent. There it is. Not bad. Good job, guys.
I get the reference.
How about Lee Harvey Oswald? How about that whole deal?
How about him?
Well, there's the real photo that you might remember it, but now here's the Half-Life equivalent. Got the gun in the hand and everything, and now here's something
eerily similar.
Right. Now this is an image of a bike incident, which admittedly has no historical significance, but made me giggle. There's a soldier wrapped around a tree, and you can see his little bike there. That's good times.
Post-accident.
Yes, exactly. That was
hanging out in the tree, feeling kind of dumb.
It's worth an LOL or two.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's free.
I LOL'd all night.
Haha, roller skates. You can skate on them if they were made of lols. It's a free, fun little mod. It allows you to do some really interesting things. In fact, we want to see what you can come up with. So head on over to Garry.tv and create a scene using Garry's mod and send us a screenshot. The email address for your submissions is thescreensavers@g4techtv.com, and maybe we'll pick some and show them on the show.
Thanks, Garry.
Yeah, thank you very much,
5
Garry.
minutes of fun.
I'm glad you have no life. Stick around. There's lots more to come later. We'll check back in with our EverQuest 2 flash mob, and we'll try to take a live call from one of the participants.
I don't know how that's going to go.
We'll see.
Hopefully well. And after the break, the Screensavers take on today's tech news. The feed's next, so stay tuned.
Do you want to... Hey, welcome back to the show. I'm Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Sarah Lane. Coming up in this half hour, I'll show you some true gems of the internet, stuff you won't find anywhere else. Not in the real world, not anywhere.
Very cool. That's why they exist online. On the, what was it, a tundra? Or a wasteland?
A frozen tundra of information. Or a barren tundra.
Nice. Barren's good. Plus, we will go back to EverQuest 2 and talk live, perhaps, with one of the flash mobbers that have gathered.
That is bizarre and weird.
We'd be like, hey, what's up? Well, not much. Just hanging out in EQ.
That's the flash mob treatment.
All right.
No, you know, it'd be an experiment.
We'll see how it goes.
That in itself is exciting. And if you're paying an extra $100 to have a black iPod, that's cool and all, but we've got a cheaper solution for making your iPod stand out, and you don't have to buy any U2 albums.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is that you don't have to listen to that.
I don't know how I feel about that black U2 iPod.
It's got a red scroll wheel.
Not so much.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, now it's time for a little thing we like to call...
the feed.
Nice. Thanks for jumping in.
Sorry.
Jeez. You all right there?
It took a couple
and
seconds.
the sound effect was on time today, guys.
Yeah,
very exciting.
We're good to go.
Exciting.
What's the news, Sheelon?
You know what else is exciting? Today is the start of Macworld. And in fact, our very own Kevin Rose is there right now. Lucky guy. However, over the weekend, a group of Italian groupies were camping out in front of the Moscone Center, and they spied a sign through the window that read, "Life is random." And there's speculation that that's Apple's new slogan. Isn't that random?
Yeah,
That's
well, you know, it's here. You can see the picture that was taken
Here,
of
I'll
the
show
banner.
you. This is Engadget, where
now,
we saw it.
Apple's sort of known to have, several slogans. It could be "Life is random," "Life is great," "Life is weird." I mean, but let's just say that this is sort of their new thing.
People are assuming that this is the be-all because of the site that's reported this. They're saying that this was the slogan that was on all the banners, apparently. So. Let's assume that that's true. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it means. Life is random. I mean, that means lots of things. But what could be assumed is that it has something to do with the new Flash iPod.
Yes.
The little guy that supposedly doesn't have a display, meaning that maybe it's just random songs can be played at any given time.
Right.
You download it from iTunes. Life is random.
Maybe it randomly pulls songs out of your playlist.
Randomly pulls songs out of your playlist. Maybe random is some sort of reference to flash memory in general.
Or maybe just some random guy posted this on some random message board, and that's why people are starting to think.
And now we're talking about it.
Exactly.
Like
How random is that?
Random losers.
Did he expect that?
I don't know. I mean, life is random? I don't know.
I don't know. What I like is
that
I like that this guy took 20 pictures of this one banner and this one dude.
Yeah,
hey.
he kept at it.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the life is random thing could actually be going off the word life. Like maybe it's something to do with their new program that has to do with iLife.
Yeah, there was lots of rumors about iLife, so...
Yeah, but what's the random?
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, here's another story, guys.
Right.
You guys ready for the next story?
We're ready. Never been readier.
Electronic Arts. As if they weren't big enough, massive enough, last year they purchased the exclusive rights to NFL licensing. And now they're after more. Is there more to be had? There obviously is, because they've struck a secret deal with the Arena Football League to develop a game for 2006. And they will receive profits from future expansion team sales.
Arena football, my favorite.
Monopoly.
Yeah, well, it's everybody's favorite. I woke up this morning, and while I was enjoying my bowl of Cookie Crisp, I went to Shack News, and I saw... I'm not kidding either, if that's
you really don't
even
need
more
to.
sad. Well, I'm just letting people know.
How old are you, Kevin?
I'll blog it. I'm 12 and a half.
Okay.
I went on Shack News, and I saw this post by Chris Morris. He's the head honcho over at CNN. Head honcho. He runs the whole show over there. I think we actually have Chris on the phone. Chris, are you there?
I am. Hey, Kevin.
Thank you. Now, for those who don't know, Chris Morris is the writer of the Game Over weekly column over at CNN Money. So, Chris, thank you for joining us. Tell us all about this jazz that happened this morning, please.
Not a problem, and thanks for the promotion, by the way. My boss is gonna love hearing about that.
Of course. You're the head honcho, so maybe your boss won't be happy about that.
Happy to do it, yeah.
It's a 4-year deal between Arena Football and Electronic Arts, and as you said, the first game's going to come out probably about a year from now. The season generally runs from January to June in the AFL.
All right,
Tiburon, which does all the Madden games, is also going to be working on this one. So it's certainly going to be interesting to watch.
Right. So we got a good established team behind it, but the question that I think a lot of people are asking is, does EA really care about the AFL, or are they just doing this to stop perhaps Sega or any other sports brand, to stop ESPN video games from jumping on that bandwagon and making a football
there are a lot of
game?
conspiracy theories about that. I mean, EA, besides having the NFL, also has NASCAR and the PGA Tour and FIFA Soccer and all that. But I've talked with some people that were involved in this deal. The AFL actually approached EA about this before the NFL deal went down. So it's not really a move to stop Visual Concepts from doing anything, but it does shut a door for them.
Okay. Now, what about EA having a stake in the AFL or a stake in future team franchises? What's that all about?
The revenue. I mean, is EA going to get some of their revenue?
Well, they said they're going to get some. They're going to share in the proceeds of future expansion team sales. Now, I don't exactly know what that means. That's written right off the press release.
Right.
But it certainly helps them diversify their income, which isn't a bad idea these days. But it's not the first time they've done that. Don't forget they're getting more involved in the music industry these days, too. But for the most part, they're going to get most of their money here from the game sales.
All right, Chris, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us again. It's the Game Over column at CNN. Go check out Chris Morris. He's an excellent writer. He uses paragraphs.
Really?
Yeah, to space it out. It really helps the flow.
Yeah, very unique. When did EA become like?
I woke up one day and they had an exclusive deal with my pants, and it's like, okay, they own the rights.
You get some of the revenues from my pants.
And the Google ads alone. Sheila.
Crazy.
I'm not interested in those revenues at all from your pants, but what are you going to do? Finally, we have one last story, guys. I know it's been around for a while now, a couple of years, but it popped up again. Google has put together a 20-year archive of 800 million used net messages, dating all the way back to the Jurassic period, 1981.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know the internet existed then, and you can go back and find mentions of Microsoft back in 1981.
They also have the first mention of Britney Spears.
Is in there,
1993.
Google, when it comes to information, is like EA, basically. They own it all, and I'm glad that they did this. This is very cool. This is definitely history for those who weren't around.
This is history. I mean, when were you first on Usenet? I don't think I even knew about it. Oh, come on.
No, yeah, I wasn't on newsgroups until at least 85 or 86, so.
And I was way after that. I thought they were so cool. This is great, though.
Yeah, go check it out. It's the Google's 20-year archive, and it's awesome. So, Sheila, thank you very much for those news stories. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Sheila. You're welcome. When we come back, it's time to get avant-garde with your iPod. We're going to show you how. And we'll talk with one of the flash mobbers inside of EverQuest 2. No one knows how it's going to go.
He's on the phone.
But it's live television. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, here we go. Is this a first for television? It might be.
It's a first for us.
Yeah, it's going to be good times. We'll see how this one goes. Let's check in with our EverQuest 2 mob at the giant sword statue in Keynote. There they are.
All right.
Yeah, they're still excited. And it looks like we've cluttered the screen even more with names. Well, they just went away. But look at that. There's quite a lot of people there.
This is like the Today Show where all the people are like,
hi. Yeah, except they can't make lame signs.
Except they're EverQuest are like, I'm here, I'm strong.
I can do the emotes that some guy did in the motion capture room, and that's about it. Well, interestingly enough, if this wasn't enough fun for you folks, we've got a live call directly from the mob itself. Lily joins us on the phone from Hotlanta, Georgia. Lily, are you there?
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Sarah. How are y'all?
We're great.
We're doing great. How are things in North Keynos?
They're really great. It's actually wonderful. A little laggy right now, but that's to be expected. But normally it's wonderful here.
Are people behaving themselves, or y'all just jumping around?
Yeah, there's just we're lucky to be here on the Unrest server. We have a really great community, a lot of really, really good, skilled players.
You have a lot of horses and dwarves. Lily, which character is yours? I'm seeing there's like 1,001 things on the screen. Which one's yours?
I'm sort of at the. I'm a half-elf monk at the lower right.
Oh, the half-elf.
Can you wave or something?
Yeah, let's see.
Throw a flag up? Or?
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, there, well, all right.
Bottom right of the claymore.
I think I saw her.
First.
Okay, yeah, well, there she is. There she is, right there.
Yeah.
If you guys don't see her at home, then it's your fault. Lily, were you an EverQuest 1 player? Did you?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, me and our whole crew, we were pretty hardcore with EQ1, and then we also went to SWG for a little while, then back to EverQuest 1, and then we went through beta here.
And clearly the most fun you've ever had in an MMO is being part of our flash mob, right, Lily?
Yeah, this has been great.
Cool, Lily. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm sorry we got to move on, but we appreciate it.
Thanks for participating.
Yes, yes, and I think I did see her, seriously. She was right behind the 4 guys and the horse.
That's what I would call a successful mob party.
It totally was. I think we did it. And we stressed the server a little bit. There was
Good
some lag.
turnout, yeah. Coming up after the break, we're going to discuss the news. We're going to go over cool stuff. But we're really going to highlight the true gems of the internet.
Ah, yes, these ones will sparkle and shine. And are you tired of having your iPod look like everyone else's, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So wake your brains left side up because we're going to show you how to break out the art on your iPod. It's all coming up after these messages. Wait.
사람이 죽은 거야. 죽였어. 아이, 불러 빨리. 누구 불러. 야, 누구 나타난대?
Hey, be sure to catch tomorrow's show because there will be one. One of the guys from Wired Magazine stops by to explain how IPTV will change the future of television as you know it. And Kim Morgan from DVDTalk.com is back with this week's hottest DVD releases. And see Transformers costumes that, get this, actually transform. You'll wish Halloween was tomorrow after seeing these things. All that more on tomorrow's show. And hey, Lily, I know we had to cut you off a little bit, and as such, I know when you're not playing EQ2, you like the poker. So here you go, Poker Academy, just for you. We're sending it to Lily.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's a gambling woman.
She showed up for the flash mob, so she should get something.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We always appreciate a participator in the flash mob.
Exactly.
Okay, are you ready for a new segment I like to call Gems of the Internet?
Wow, yeah,
These
I'm ready for
are true gems you just can't find in real life. You have to go on the internet to find them.
Okay.
Whether they're sold, whether they're displayed, whether they're just plain weird, they're here. You ready?
I'm psyched. You've built this up. You've built up this pyramid of hype, and now I'm ready for it to come tumbling down.
First one. I don't have a language pack installed, so ignore all the question marks. We have iPod acrylic fingernails.
Oh, just what I needed.
Sold at a nail salon in Japan. Where else? So we've got, nice colors, or you can go old school with the original colors. Now, I was pretty horrified by all of this. So I actually, if you go to their homepage, they actually show you that they have many other really strange acrylic fingernails, like birds or hippos.
Hippos is great, but you'll have like a piece of a hippo on your,
it's
your
like you
index
got to
finger
do all 5 to make the picture appear.
So you put your hand together, and there you go.
Totally freaking weird. Okay,
That's not bad. Would you wear iPod fingernails?
Are you nuts?
Yeah,
Oh my God, it's awful.
Fair enough.
But you got to give them credit for trying.
Okay.
This is the Museum of Food Anomalies. This is where food goes bad, right?
Yes.
So we've got some, ghostly cereal.
Yeah.
We've got some mutated grapes.
Mutant grapes are
We've
good.
got a peanut that looks exactly like a row of ducks.
Peanut duck. Cute.
Cereal that spells out subliminal messages.
Right. Well, wait, those are potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I love you potatoes.
All right, I'm thinking of cereal. But let's not forget an onion ring that looks looks a little scarily like the QuickTime logo.
I think this is what the Mac rumors are really about.
I know. I just love this stuff. You got to hand it to people who have too much time on their hands, like us. Now, if you've heard about coffee art, this is artwork that's actually painted entirely with the different layers of coffee. That's how you get the light and the dark coffee. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You've heard of coffee art? Well, let me introduce you to latte art. It's a little different, but this is lattes that people have actually created beautiful artwork in the foam at the top of their latte.
That was almost like a
cute little bunny with ears.
Nice.
Little happy face.
What? That is a goatsy? Goatsy on a latte?
That's not goatsy. That's a fish.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
And moving
Freudian
on.
slip.
I don't know, man. That looks like it took a lot of time.
That's very cool.
Got to hand it to the gems of the internet.
That is an excellent gem.
Have you
excellent
been wowed?
Jobs. I have been. If I didn't have the boots, I wouldn't be standing there.
Have you been amazed?
What? I have been amazed, thoroughly.
If you want to pass the true internet gems along to your family and friends, just visit our show notes today at thescreensavers.com. I have all the links there. That was fun. That was a fun bit of research.
Absolutely.
My job doesn't suck. Now let's go to Chilan with her latest favorite iPod accessory.
That was a very fun party, Sarah. Thanks for inviting us all. Now, thank you very much for a little thing I like to call Chilan's Art Corner. And I know since a lot of you do have an iPod, I thought it high time to share a little product mod I like to call HP iPod Tattoos. That's right, guys. These are the iPod tattoos. They're from HP. They're simple to use. And what they do is you just stick them on your iPod. It's that easy. Now, there is ready-made art from hp.com/music. They have ready-made iPod tattoos that designs that you can just print out once you get the tattoo. And they're really cool designs, as you can see from the website. You can also get incredibly creative. If something that they have isn't what you want to put like a personal picture on, what you can do is you can create your own. Now, it doesn't come with a template, which isn't one of the greatest things, but you can make your own, and you just have to figure it to be 8.5 by 5.5 inches. You can use your own image, and if you do, I would recommend that you make it kind of big, or you tile it, because what ends up happening is we try to make our iPod look like the Creative Zen Micro. And it was really hard to just get one of those pictures to actually end up on the tattoo correctly. So we made a little tattoo here, and we tiled the image. And as you can see, I already tattooed my iPod. And I am going to show you how easy it is to take this off and put this back on. So it's just a sticker. But what's great about this sticker is it protects your iPod from scratches. And as often as you change your music playlist, you can actually change the look of your iPod. No one timed me when I was doing this earlier, by the way. Okay. Ooh!
Is tattoo like a cool marketing thing that instead of saying, hey, here's some iPod stickers,
yes,
that they say, call it a tattoo and it'll sound manly or something? Is that...
It makes it sound tough, Kevin, because, you know, I like to seem like a gangster when I'm playing with my iPod.
Oh, yeah, you roll hard with your iPod. I've seen you.
If you want to personalize your tattoo, your iPod with these tattoos, just check out our show notes at thescreensavers.com. There's my mini Zen. Now stay where you are. We're going to bring you all the action from our IRC chat room when the Screensavers continues.
We're checking in on the flash mob. They won't go away. We keep telling them to leave, like, party's over.
Absolutely, you know, pretty cute.
Definitely. You know, I'd ASL her.
What's that?
Age, sex, location.
Oh my God!
What? It's just like it's like, hey, what's up? It's like saying hello.
Like, that can't be what you're talking about. It must be some other acronym.
It's a question. It's not like I would. Anyway, thank you to everybody who participated in our flash mob. By the way,
guys.
That worked out. That was cool. We had a party with horses and stuff.
It was a rockin' party.
All right, we have time for. People want to know how to get to Garry TV, which is an excellent question. The website is Garry.tv.
Not GarryTV.com.
No, it's Garry.tv, and his site is kind of slammed right now, but at least it's loading. Good. So go to Garry.tv.
You're popular, Garry.
Yeah, and it's 2 R's. Garry.tv, get the mods, send us a screenshot. That's going to do it for this edition of the Screensavers. I'm Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Sarah Lane. Thank you so much for watching. We'd like to thank our guest, Thunder Keller. See you next time.
Get into the hand thing.
And have a great night. Oh, I'm sorry. Thunder Keller.
Yeah, Thunder Killer.
I don't really do it that well.
Good. Okay.
The hottest gear. The latest gadgets. All the things you need. And some you might not. Join Diane Mazzotta as Filter gets the lowdown on all the high tech at the Consumer Electronics Show, January 17th at 10 p.m.